Locally owned and operated, 11 Oaks Farms raises Wagyu beef and heritage breed pork right here in Newville, Pennsylvania. Our low-stress practices and carefully designed diets produce some of the finest meats you will ever experience. We also offer a selection of quality Angus beef, pork, chicken, seasonings, sauces, pantry items, and much more. Shop online at 11oaksfarms.com. Visit us in-store at 34 North Corporation Street in Newville or call 717-360-8249.
It's time for Mechanicsburg High School Wildcat Athletics, presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com and now on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe and follow Wildcat Athletics at Go Mechanicsburg on YouTube, available on all smart devices. Wildcat Athletics is presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville, Bobby Ray Hall Automotive Group, Charity Kastner RSR Realtors, your neighborhood Chick-fil-A at Shepherdstown Crossing, Lawnscapes Inc., Members First Federal Credit Union, Operation Wildcat, OSS Health, now with 2 locations on the West Shore, Mechanicsburg Area Recreation Department, RBC Wealth Management and the Turnbridge Group, Renewed Hearing Solutions, Sheets, Snappers Bar and Grill, Seth Gardner State Farm, your Harrisburg True Green Lawn Care, Westshire Decks, servicing all of Central PA, the Wildcat Foundation, and Wolf Brewing Company. Now, let's head out to the contest and the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth on GoMechanicsburg.com.
With the call, here's the voice of the Wildcats, Ben Shad.
We're here at Palmyra area senior high school just outside of Hershey, Pennsylvania, for the 2025 District 3 Boys Volleyball Consolation Round featuring the Mechanicsburg Wildcats and the Palmyra Cougars. All right, everybody, I'm Ben Shad. Happy to bring you this one here from Palmyra area senior high school here in the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. As always, our streams presented by 11 Oaks Farm in Newville. Both of these teams getting bounced out in the quarterfinal round against very tough opposition in very similar straits. Mechanicsburg entering this one with a record of 13 wins and 4 losses. Palmyra with a very similar 13 wins and 3 losses for Mechanicsburg. They entered the tournament as the 8th seed, edged out the number 9 seed in Hempfield in 4 sets, 25-23, 25-21, losing the third one 25-20, and then winning the fourth one 25-18, and then falling to a Cumberland Valley squad that is continuing their dominance, 16-0 on the year. 3 straight sets, 25-20, 25-19, 25-21, have the Wildcats finding themselves here in the first round of this 5th place bracket. For Palmyra, they entered as the number 5 seed at a 12-2 record and improved to 13-2 with a 5-set win against a very tough Redland squad, 25-12, 25-23 loss in the second set to even it at 1. Palmyra battled back in the third with a 27-25 score. Redland answered back with a 25-19. The 5th one went 15-12 in favor of the Cougars, who then faced a Northeastern squad that swept them in similar straits how Cumberland Valley swept Mechanicsburg in the quarterfinal round, 25-20, 25-21, 25-20. So what's at stake here? Both these teams need to play for a 5th place finish because the top 5 teams advance to the state championship. So the District 3 Class 3A bracket will welcome 5 schools battling out for the boys volleyball state championship games. Both these teams need to win this one and the next one to claim the 5th place spot and that last ticket in to the state bracket. On the other side of the 5th place bracket is Central Dauphin and Cedar Crest battling out. The winner of that matchup faces the winner of this matchup on Thursday at a time and place to be determined. Whoever wins that one, again, advances to the state tournament and keeps their season alive. Both these teams getting their last few practice shots in. We'll go ahead and step aside, and we'll have 5th place bracket for you, action for you here in just a bit here on Go Mechanicsburg, now on YouTube at Go Mechanicsburg.
Locally owned and operated, 11 Oaks Farms raises Wagyu beef and heritage breed pork right here in Newville, Pennsylvania. Our low-stress practices and carefully designed diets produce some of the finest meats you will ever experience. We also offer a selection of quality Angus beef, pork, chicken, seasonings, sauces, pantry items, and much more. Shop online at 11oaksfarms.com. Visit us in-store at 34 North Corporation Street in Newville or call 717-360-8249.
Craig was in the Rockies and had to cut his ski trip short because he was having severe knee pain.
Lauren came in, she was really discouraged. She had tried 3 months of therapy, nothing was working. She really wanted to get back to volleyball.
We found that he had severe arthritis in both knees and his hip.
She needed shoulder arthroscopy with slap and posterior labral repair.
Simultaneous bilateral total knee replacements.
6 months of recovery and Lauren's back, happy as ever.
3 months after his final surgery, Craig sent us pictures of him skiing the Rocky Mountains. And that's what makes our job here at OSS Health so fulfilling.
Operation Wildcat is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to pool the resources in our community to help our school district students, families, and staff members in need. We'll take your new or gently used back-to-school items, bikes, books, clothing, dresses and suits, furniture, Halloween costumes, gifts for the holiday, Christmas tree decorations, pennies, socks, underwear, Thanksgiving food, toothbrushes and toothpaste, and yard sale items. Learn more at OperationWildcat.org and go Wildcats.
Elevate your everyday with the Mechanicsburg Area Recreation Department. Immerse yourself in a world of excitement and discovery. From adrenaline-pumping sports to serene outdoor escapes, we've got your perfect recreation blend. Join us for fitness, family fun, and fantastic experiences. Unleash your inner adventurer. It's time for a thrilling escape. Visit mbgsd.org and click on the Recreation tab. Or drop by our office at the Trails and Trees Environmental Center, Mechanicsburg Area Recreation, where every moment is a new adventure.
At Bobby Ray Hall, it's about doing the right thing, starting with our vision, that clients deserve great service at a fair price. We understand this can only happen with great team members. Doing what's right includes supporting local charities, youth sports, and first responders. It extends to the environment and why we reclaim rainwater for car washes and recycle used oil. We want to thank our loyal clients for recognizing us by voting Bobby Ray Hall simply the best of Harrisburg for 21 years in a row. Experience the Bobby Ray Hall difference and find out more at BobbyRayHall.com.
The Turnbridge Group at RBC Wealth Management are proud supporters of Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. When you're faced with tough business, personal, and financial decisions, turn to the Turnbridge Group. They specialize in retirement planning and complex financial situations as their team helps you define and attain your goals, all while building a strong and caring relationship with you. Advisors Tim Engel, Jonathan Stow, and Nick Hansen are available for your call today. The Turnbridge Group, part of the community and for the community. Visit them online at turnbridgegroup.com or call 717-724-4225.
I needed a change in my life. I wanted to be closer to my grandchildren. I was not hearing what the kids were saying. I fly hot air balloons and I couldn't hear leaks. It was time to take care of my hearing. As soon as I met Marianne at Renewed Hearing Solutions, she made me feel so comfortable. My life has improved so much since I got hearing aids. It was the best thing I've ever done. I would highly recommend Renewed Hearing Solutions.
Get back in the conversation. Call Renewed Hearing Solutions today.
Are you on the hunt for a new home? Maybe you're a growing family looking to expand your living situation, or you find your current space too large and you're simply looking to downsize. Whatever your needs, contact Charity Kastner, Realtor with RSR Realtors today. Charity knows the local real estate market and she will find the right home for you. Charity Kastner isn't just a Mechanicsburg-based realtor, she's a Mechanicsburg mom. And after all, mother knows best. Just ask her kids. Make the move today by calling Charity Kastner at 717-557-9312 or rsrrealtors.com to find your first or next home sweet home.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Welcome you back here to the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. Ben Shad here. As always, our stream is presented by 11 Oaks Farm in Newville. Teams finishing up the warm-up process. We'll have starting lineups announced in just a bit. Want to remind you folks that Wildcat Athletics, thanks to the Mechanicsburg Area Recreation Department for their ongoing support of our web streams. The department offers a variety of activities from crafts and dance to fitness and family fun, providing something for everyone. Visit mbgsd.org and click on the Recreation tab or stop by their office at the Trails and Trees Environmental Center to explore all they have to offer. Also want to remind you folks to save the date for the Wildcat Foundation hosting its 16th annual golf outing on Friday, August 8th at the Carlisle Barracks Golf Course. The golf outing serves as one of the foundation's 3 main fundraisers in its annual mission to raise money to fund grants for MASD students and teachers. Sponsorship opportunities and event registration are open. Check out wildcatfoundation.org/events/golf-outing for more information.
The official
Anthem has been played. Lineups are set. We're just about ready for volleyball here from Palmyra Area Senior High School. Mechanicsburg and Palmyra ready to duke it out. Both teams wearing white jerseys today. That's not going to get confusing at all for this broadcaster. Mechanicsburg in the white uniforms today with maroon numbers on the front and backs of those jerseys. Maroon shorts rounding out the Mechanicsburg uniform. For Palmyra, they are in the white uniforms today with an orange Cougars across the front, black and orange numbers on the front and backs of those jerseys with orange shoulders, black shorts rounding out the Palmyra uniform. The libero for Mechanicsburg is number 22, Nathan McDonald. He was also the captain in the meetup. He is wearing the maroon libero jersey. For Palmyra, the libero right now, it's just out of my sight. There it is. It's number 11, Tanner Grimes. Captain for Palmyra was Johnny Moran, number 9. Both teams are just about ready. Officials going over the last minute checks. See who exactly gets to serve first. Plenty of Mechanicsburg fans there in the back left of your screens, although plenty of Palmyra folks on the other side of the camera surrounding our table here in the gymnasium. Lineups look good. It will be Palmyra to serve. Doing the honors is Mateo Vasquez, and we are underway here from Palmyra Area Senior High School. Wildcats formulating the response. The spike goes back and deflects into the back row. With it all, Palmyra. That one tapped down, and Mechanicsburg will get the first points. Cade Palmer tried to send that one over, much too soft. And already an early substitution from Palmyra as Logan checks in. Doing the serving for Mechanicsburg, Luke Stockbauer onto the left of your screens. He winds, fires a powerful one, misses the line. 3-point goes to Palmyra. They'll get the serve right back. The other substitution is David Martin checks in. Back to serve is Tanner Grimes, the libero for the Cougars. Soft hit towards the near side corner. Wildcats having a response. The slam sent high into the air, takes a deflection off the ceiling. Palmyra can't get it up and over the net. Points go to the Wildcats. Not the tallest of ceilings here at Palmyra, so it will cause an adventure for anything that gets up there as Merrick Aiello sends it over for the Wildcats. Palmyra trying to formulate the response. The slam, and it was not there, just missed the line. Not by much. The great hit from David Martin for the Cougars, but it just stretched over the white line, couldn't get that piece it needed. Aiello back to serve for the Wildcats. Sends it right back over. Cougars trying to formulate the response. Near side hit again, deflected. Wildcats keep it alive. Palmer with a vicious strike. Now the Wildcats in return. That one deflected off the hands and out. Samuel Kresge gets it to go 4-1 Wildcats early on in this one. These teams have met 2 times this season. Aiello sends it up and over. A low response. The Cougars make something out of nothing. Trying to push to that other side. Another hit kept alive by Mechanicsburg. Trying to work it down the middle. Feather touch. Cougars were onto it. Palmer again. He'll try it. A diving stop. Sent right back in. Right back to his feet was Luke Stockbauer. And there's a vicious kill, but it's out of bounds. Palmyra get one back. Back on March 27th was the first meeting between these two teams this season. It took 5 sets. Mechanicsburg prevailed 3-2 here at Palmyra. And then in a later matchup on April 22nd, it was Palmyra with a 3-0 sweep at Mechanicsburg. So away teams seem to travel well in this season series as that one can't be kept alive by the Wildcats. Palmyra rally back 4-3 here in the first set. Back to serve for the Cougars is Johnny Moran. He'll load it up high in the air, a line drive, but straight out. Free point for the Wildcats. Dean Holbrook back to serve. And that one just straight into the net. Palmyra get a freebie back. 5-4. Cade Palmer to do the serving for the Cougars. Winds it up, fires right down the middle. Wildcats having a response. That one off the top of the net, kept alive by the Cougars. Palmer got enough air under it. Palmyra just has to shove it up and over. Wildcats work it. That one deflected and finds the floor. Great kill there by the Wildcats. 6-4 advantage in what has been a back-and-forth affair between these two teams to open this one. Wildcats back to serve is Ryan Foose. Down the middle it goes. Cougars have it far side. That one just kept alive by McDonald. Battle for high in the air, but the Cougars get the points anyway. It was a great stop by McDonald, mere inches off the floor. But the Cougars playing till the whistle. Goes to David Martin. He winds, fires right into the net. Wildcats get it. Substitution as Merrick Aiello checks in for Logan Tran. That one sent up and over. Cougars with it. Vicious hit, kept alive. Mechanicsburg at the net. Can't do anything with it. 4 touches by Mechanicsburg. Cougars will get a substitution as Aiden Detweiler comes on to serve. Just a simple walk-up serve, kept alive by Mechanicsburg. That far side, they work it. That one deflected, kept alive by Palmyra. Palmer sends it up and over. Wildcats with it again, and a missed time there. Perhaps a mishit. Wildcats were jumbled up. And we're tied up at 7 apiece here in set number 1. Sent down the middle, Wildcats with it. A vicious hit, kept alive up in the air, lost in the rafters for a second. Stuck with by Palmyra. They have it again. That one down the middle, kept alive, met at the net, and that one finds the floor. Great kill there from Johnny Moran. Found that empty corner in the back of the court. Palmyra now lead 8-7. Detweiler walks, serves right down the middle again. Wildcats with it. The feather touch deflected, kept alive by Palmyra. They push it over. McDonald keeps it alive. There, another hit from Mechanicsburg. Cougars have it again, near side. Back and forth, right in front of the net. Wildcats work it. That one right into the wall. Pavan Patel and Logan Oom combining, not letting anything pass. It's a 9-7 lead for Palmyra. Detweiler again, Cougars rallying here. Push to the far side, a hit, kept alive by Palmer. Palmyra have it, and another great hit from Logan Oom. That time on offense as he sent a sharp angle hit to the far side. Nobody was home. It's now a 3-point lead for the Cougars. Hit right down the middle. Kept alive by McDonald to the near side. That one deflected. Wildcats put an end to the rally. Believe that was Luke Stockbauer here on the near side. Nathan McDonald back to serve for Mechanicsburg. He'll send it in, a line drive right into the net. It's given right back to Palmyra. Coming on to serve is Mateo Vasquez. Come on, Mateo. Vasquez hits towards the far sideline. Wildcats keep it alive, working it to the near side now. That one hit, vicious. Ryan Foose. Mechanicsburg sticking with the Cougars right now, 11-9 the score. Still in favor of the Cougars as Luke Stockbauer back to serve. Sends it in right down the middle. Cougars have it near side. Hit, finding the floor. Wow, what power from Cade Palmer. And we continue to To seesaw back and forth as Tanner Grimes now serves for Palmyra. And that one straight out, too much under it. Free point for the Wildcats. Merrick Aiello serves right down the middle. Cougars have it, trying to set it up right down the middle, into the wall. Great hops from Dean Holbrook. Getting his hands up, sending it down to the floor. Wildcats back within one. Aiello's serve, and it falls. An awkward hit kept alive by Palmyra. Was doomed from the start, and they salvaged it and get a point off the block from David Martin. That play was nearly dead in the hands of Tanner Grimes, but the Cougars stuck with it and got the point and the serve. As Johnny Moran goes back to do the honors. Cougars right now in the driver's seat, 13-11, as we're about the halfway point of set number one. Win or go home, as that one goes to the Cougars. No touch from Palmyra, just went straight out. Moran serve, too much. Free point for the Wildcats, 14-12. Back to serve is Dean Holbrook. He's ready, sends a floater right down the middle. Cougars are there trying to formulate it, finding the floor. Excellent kill. Once again, it's David Martin. Now it's Cade Palmer to serve. Everybody getting an opportunity behind the line. Nobody with a real run of service for either team. As that one sent in high in the air towards the back of the gym. Palmer gets the save, and Cougars keep it alive. Wildcats trying to act quickly. Off the wall, sent right down, and again, it's David Martin. Mechanicsburg were trying to rush it as the Cougars were getting reset, and that's going to force a timeout out of head coach Jake Heck. We'll go ahead and step aside. 16-12 Cougars on top here in set number one. Here in Palmyra, we'll step aside here on Go Mechanicsburg, now on YouTube at Go Mechanicsburg.
Locally owned and operated, 11 Oaks Farms raises Wagyu beef and heritage breed pork right here in Newville, Pennsylvania. Our low-stress practices and carefully designed diets produce some of the finest meats you will ever experience. We also offer a selection of quality Angus beef, pork, chicken, seasonings, sauces, pantry items, and much more. Shop online at 11oaksfarms.com. Visit us in-store at 34 North Corporation Street in Newville or call 717-360-8249.
Welcome you back here to Palmyra Area Senior High School. Ben Shadd here in the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. As always, our streams presented by 11 Oaks Farm in Newville. 16-12, Cougars on top. Timeout taken by head coach Jake Heck of Mechanicsburg as a vicious hit did find the line on that far side. Wildcats get one back. Continues to be neck and neck, but a 4-point run by Palmyra. They've been able to hold on to variations of that lead as Foos's serve goes straight out. Points given right back to the Cougars. 17-13, they're 8 away from taking set number one. Jay Patel goes back to serve for Palmyra. He hits, floater. Wildcats have a near side hit, deflected, finds the floor. Great kill from Samuel Kresge. Wildcats need to put some points together. It's been back and forth. They haven't been able to have a rally as the Cougars save it. Keep it alive. Wildcats work it. Big hit up and over and out. Just too strong from Mechanicsburg. Sent it straight out. Kresge's serve yet again. Cougars with it on that far side into the wall. Kept alive, and now a late whistle gives the points to Mechanicsburg. Now the Wildcats within one of tying it. Sent down the middle. Big hit off the fingertips of Ryan Foose. I believe that was Pavan Patel who got that one as Aiden Detweiler goes back to serve. To the far side, Wildcats have it. Big spike and nobody there in response. Wildcats get it back. Tanner Grimes trying to set it up, but nobody home. McDonald back to serve. Wildcats within one of tying. Runs and hits. Floater down the middle. Cougars have it right down the middle again. It's Pavan Patel. Cougars 6 points away from closing this one out. Teo Vasquez back to serve. He hits right down the middle. Wildcats have it, lining it up on that far side. It deflected off the wall. Dean Holbrook rising up on that far side. Mechanicsburg keeping within the margin. On to serve is Luke Stockbauer. Runs and hits, punch shot towards that far side in play. Near side hit, and again off the fingertips that time of Stockbauer. Something about this near side that when Palmyra hits it, there's a Mechanicsburg player there to just get the fingertips on it. That's how they farmed a lot of the points here in set number one as the serve on the way from Tanner Grimes. Down the middle, a little bit of a miss hit, kept alive, but right back where it came from. Aiello runs into a wall, and it's 21-18 Palmyra. Grimes ready, hits. Wildcats keep it alive. They work to the far side. Vicious hit, kept alive by Palmyra. Palmer just gets it up and over. Wildcats with the response. That one missed just barely from Dean Holbrook. Had plenty of floor to aim at, but just couldn't catch that line. Cougars 3 away from taking set number one. Grimes hits right down the middle. Towards that far side, and that time Holbrook's going to get the points. But again, the Wildcats need a run to stay alive here in set number one. Aiello back to serve. He hits right down the middle. Cougars keep alive. Near side, deflected. And Mechanicsburg, I believe, hit the net is the call. (23-19). Palmyra 2 away from taking set number one. Johnny Moran back to serve. Sends it towards that far sideline. Wildcats have it. They'll work that way into a wall. Kept alive. They'll reset. Now near side hit, and again a vicious kill from Dean Holbrook. Wildcats in control. Holbrook will go back to serve. Runs up and hits right down the middle. And slammed down by David Martin, no doubt about it, and Palmyra a point away from taking set number one. It'll be Cade Palmer to do the serving. Runs up and hits. Kept alive by Mechanicsburg. Far side. Going towards the bench. Kept alive by the Cougars. Palmer sends it open over again, but it's out. And Wildcats need to string 3 more points together without fail to keep set number one alive. It'll be up to Ryan Foose. He hits. Gets it up and over the net towards that far side. Cougars getting set. That one slammed, kept alive at the net. Wildcats got to send it over, and they do. Cougars with plenty of time to set up on that far side. The hit, and it's on the line, and Palmyra takes set number 1 by a score of 25-21. We'll go ahead and step aside. Be right back for you with more volleyball action in just a bit here on Go Mechanicsburg, now on YouTube at Go Mechanicsburg.
Hey there, Wildcat fans. It's Mike Garland, voice of Wildcat Athletics. And that map you're looking at and those little blue pin drops, they represent the central Pennsylvania locations of our broadcast partners. From our presenting sponsor, 11 Oaks Farms, to the south and west in Newville, to one of our newest partners, True Green Lawn Care on the East Shore in Middletown, and everywhere in between. These are community-oriented businesses, and their dollars are supporting Wildcat Athletics. So in turn, fans, I ask you to support them. Pick up the phone and price their services. Shop in their store locations. Tell them you heard about it during a broadcast of Wildcat Athletics. You can go to GoMechanicsburg.com right now and click on the live stream tab to learn more about each one of these great central Pennsylvania businesses. We thank them for their support, and I encourage you to support them in turn.
So I stopped in at Chick-fil-A for lunch and saw Officer Wilson come in. I decided to place a dine-in mobile order and have a cookie delivered to him just to show appreciation for his service for our community.
A few minutes later, I noticed that Officer Wilson had gotten up and left, and I knew he hadn't gotten his cookie yet.
I'm headed to my car. I turn around and I see Allie, and she's running after me.
Mr. Police Officer, Mr. Police Officer.
Usually when someone yells, officer, officer, they want to ask me about a ticket they got. I absolutely wanted the cookie. This cookie is delicious.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Welcome you back here to the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. Ben Shad here alongside our fantastic supporters from Mechanicsburg and Palmyra alike. Cougars took set number 1, 25-21. We'll see what they can do here in set number 2. Again, when these two teams played back in April, it was a 3-0 sweep by Palmyra at Mechanicsburg. When it was last played here, Mechanicsburg took it in 5, 3-2. Our assistant athletic director, Bob Strickler, on the talk-in said he felt like this was going to be a 5-setter. We'll see what is in store for us here. Again, both these teams with a last chance to keep their season alive. A battle for 5th place between 4 remaining teams for a last spot in the state tournament. As Mechanicsburg go to work. Serve from McDonald right down the middle. Cougars with it, battled for at the net. Wildcats have time to get the response. They work it towards the near side. Slammed into the wall, onto the floor. Palmyra takes point number 1 in set number 2. Grimes back to serve for the Cougars. He hits. Wildcats having to run onto it, but they keep it alive, getting it up and over. Cougars with it, and that one hit out. Nothing the Wildcats could do about it. 2-0 Palmyra lead. Grimes ready, he hits. Right down the middle, had a little sinking action on it late towards the far side, deflected, kept alive by the Wildcats. Now to the near side, that one pushed high in the air. Cougars with it in response, well out. And Mechanicsburg get the point. Stockbauer to serve. Cougars push it over. On that far side, that one deflected, and Palmer with a great effort, but he wasn't able to get enough under it. We're tied at 2. Stockbauer ready, hits. Again, right down the middle. A light hit, but Palmer sends it towards the cameraman hiding in the doorway. And that is Mechanicsburg with a 3-2 lead. Stockbauer hits yet again. Trying to drop it right behind that net. Palmer, his hit, that time more true. Kept alive by the Wildcats. They have to get it up and over, and they do. Cougars with a response. Towards the near side, the hit off the top of the net. Kept alive by Mechanicsburg. They'll push it towards the other side. Cougars with a quick hit. Oh, somehow kept alive by Mechanicsburg. They hit up and over and find the floor. What fantastic play from the Wildcats. I believe that was Stockbauer who was diving, just got the hand out behind him and caught the ball before it could hit the pine. Amazing stuff for Mechanicsburg to get a 4-2 lead here in set number 2. High arcing Palmer hit into the crowd. Mechanicsburg, they're on a roll now. They lead 5-2 here in set number 2. Stockbauer again, a soft hit, but not enough on it to get it over the net. Palmyra get a free point. As going back to serve is Johnny Moran. Moran hits, clips the net, kept alive by the Wildcats on that far side. The hit, out of bounds, off the wall. Mechanicsburg get it back. Dean Holbrook again on that far side. As Aiello goes back to serve. He hits a floater towards the middle. Cougars with it near side, right at the floor in front of Aiello. Way too fast for him to do anything with it. 6-4. Palmer goes back to serve for Palmyra. He's ready, he hits right down the middle, and they're going to say it just missed the line. Free point back for Mechanicsburg. Was awfully close. And that one sent right into the net by Holbrook. So again, free points being traded between these two teams. Jay Patel to do the serving for the Cougars. Runs and hits a spinner towards the far side. Wildcats have it. Working that far side. Deflected. Mechanicsburg have that working now. Samuel Kresge. As it's a mirror image of what we saw in the first set with Mechanicsburg with that 3-2 point edge over Palmyra despite the back and forth affairs. Foose sends this one towards the far side. Cougars have it into the wall, but out of bounds. Great hit there by Andrew Martin. Enough force, enough spin to get it out. 8-6. Aiden Detweiler to serve. Detweiler, the lone freshman listed on this varsity roster for Palmyra. His serve is true, near side, too much on it, straight out. 8-7, Cougars battling back. Detweiler ready, simple walk-in hit. Mechanicsburg with it right down the middle, it's there. Samuel Steele sends one into the abyss right behind the net. 9-7. Mechanicsburg still on top. Samuel Kresge back to serve. He hits and too much power. Free point given right back to Palmyra. Teo Vasquez back to serve. He hits a line drive up and over the net. Wildcats have it towards the far side, loading up, firing well in the net, off the lights, but kept alive by Palmyra. Johnny Moran, he saw it all the way, played it off the deflection with a quick punch. Mechanicsburg were not ready for it. We're all knotted up at 9 apiece. Here's Vasquez again. A little more air under this serve. Wildcats with it. They'll try the middle again, and again it's Samuel Steele with the timely kill. Goes back to Nathan McDonald to serve for the Wildcats. He runs, hits, just clips the top of the net, and a miss hit from Logan Oom. Mechanicsburg on top by 2. Donald ready, a little more air under this one, right at the net. Palmyra had it with the feather touch. And out of nowhere, the hit from Samuel Kresge, but way too much power. So here's Tanner Grimes back to serve. Grimes hits right down the middle. Wildcats have it. Near side hit. Straight up into the air. Lost in the rafters. It's traveling on the air duct. Kept alive by the Cougars. Palmer gets it up and over. We're back to normal play. On that far side hit. And it just missed that corner. Merrick Aiello with the right idea, but just a little too much under it. We're knotted up at 11. Grimes to serve yet again. Palmyra on a run here to tie it, looking to take the lead back, and not with that, goes straight up and out. Wildcats with a free point in the lead right back. Luke Stockbauer back to serve. He runs, he hits, just clips the net. Cougars have it, they'll try it near side. Palmer comes in and saves it, but it goes out of bounds. McDonald saw it all the way. Wildcats back up by 2. Reaching again the halfway point of set number 2. This time it's the Wildcats up by 2. Stockbauer hits yet again, a floater right down the middle. Cougars have it towards the near side. Palmer into the wall, onto the floor. Cougars get it back. Johnny Moran to serve, as Wilfredo Lombardo checks in for Mechanicsburg. The serve just clips the net, kept alive by the Wildcats. Working it near side, the hit, that took a deflection. Aiello gets the point. Wildcats again just hanging on to that narrow lead. Now it'll be Aiello back to serve. He hits down the middle. Cougars have it, working the near side. That one finds the floor. Vicious hit from Andrew Martin. Logan Tran subs back in for Mechanicsburg. Back to serve for Palmyra is Cade Palmer. 14-13 Mechanicsburg on top here in set number 2. Palmer hits right down the middle, kept alive by the Wildcats. The near side pushed, kept alive by Palmyra. They work it backwards. Palmer kept alive by Mechanicsburg off a diving effort, working it towards that far side. Hit from Kresge, kept alive by the Cougars. They work that far side, kept alive by Mechanicsburg. Big hit, somehow kept alive by the Cougars, met at the net, kept alive by Mechanicsburg again. That one goes down! Ryan Foose slams it down with authority. It's a 15-13 lead for the Wildcats. Substitution as Mason Stump checks in, and he'll do the serving. Also coming in is Samuel Steele. Wildcats up by 2. Serve from Stump right down the middle. Palmyra with it on that far side, met by the wall, kept alive by the Cougars. They'll try it again on the near side, and that does not go. Once again, it's Ryan Foose with help from Samuel Steele. 16-13 Mechanicsburg on top. Stump with the hit right down the middle. At the net, right at the wall, that goes out. Palmyra get one back. Subbing in and serving is Jay Patel for the Cougars. Gets a sign, he's ready. Hits it right down the middle. Wildcats on it. A high set. Push to that far side, into the wall, onto the floor. Pavan Patel was there alongside Andrew Martin. Palmyra back within one. Jay Patel to serve. It just clipped the net. Kept alive by Mechanicsburg. Set right down. Samuel Steele. He has come alive here in set number 2. Wildcats 17-15 lead. Substitution as Luke Stockbauer checks back in. Ryan Foose will do the serving. The hit right down the middle. That one pushed up and over the net, and it sent McDonald into a spin. Lost traction. Palmyra get one back. McDonald with a smile on his face. As Cade Palmer hands off to Aiden Detweiler to do the serving. Simple serve from Detweiler. Wildcats with it on the near side. Feather touch, kept alive by Tanner Grimes. Palmer slams into the net, onto the floor. Mechanicsburg get the points. It was so vicious a hit, but it ran into a wall and then it shot under the net. Nobody really knew what happened. But Mechanicsburg get it. Kresge to serve. Sends it right down the middle. A line drive, kept alive. Oh, and it's an answer right back by Pavan Patel. It was right in his wheelhouse. And now Mateo Vasquez back to serve. These teams neck and neck. Wildcats still with the lead for now. Vasquez hits towards that far side. Kept alive by Mechanicsburg. Big hit and can't do anything with it. Samuel Steele yet again. 19-17 Mechanicsburg lead. McDonald back to serve. Wildcats 6 points away from evening this up at 1 set apiece. McDonald serve, finds the floor, just caught the line. Landed squarely on it in the back. And a timeout taken by Palmyra. We'll go ahead and stick with you here. I want to remind you folks about summer field hockey events being held at Memorial Park Stadium all summer long. First from June 16th through 18th, there's a field hockey camp for all, ages 3 to 5 from 9:30 to 10:45. Ages 5 to 8 are 9:15 to 11. Ages 9 through 14 are 9 to 11. August 4th through 5th is a suit-up clinic for ages 5 through 14. That goes from 9 to 11. August 6th is a ball control and shooting clinic for ages 5 through 14. That runs from 8 to 10:30. And June 13th, 20th, 27th, and July 11th, 18th, and 25th is Friday night open turf. Ages 5 through 14 can head to the stadium from 6 to 7:30 for skills, drills, and pickup games. For more information and signups, visit mbgsd.org or call 717-691-4572. Timeout taken by head coach John McInerney of Palmyra. 20-17 lead as McDonald was a little too anxious on the serve. We did not have the clock properly set. McDonald with a smile on his face. He'll go ahead and try again. Line drive right down the middle. Kept alive by the Cougars. Near side, Palmer puts it up. Kept alive by Mechanicsburg. Sent right back off the deflection. Cougars keep it alive. Near side again. Palmer kept alive by Mechanicsburg. Near side again. Too much on it. Goes straight out. Palmyra get the point back. They're within 2. Substitution as David Martin checks in for the Cougars. Back to serve is Tanner Grimes. Grimes ready. He hits. Wildcats have it. They're going to work that far side. Hit in between the wall and the net. Merrick Aiello gets the kill. Wildcats within 4 of taking set 2. Stockbauer back to serve. He's ready. He hits. A looper down the middle. Cougars have it. Setting on the near side. Palmer runs up off the wall. Kept alive by the Cougars. And Mechanicsburg are going to get the points. They're saying 4 touches on Palmyra. 22-18, Mechanicsburg within 3. Stockbauer hits right down the middle. Cougars have it near side, kept alive by McDonald. Wildcats with it, that hit, too much on it. 22-19, Wildcats on top. Wilfredo Lombardo checks in for Mechanicsburg. Back to serve is Johnny Moran for Palmyra. Moran ready, runs and hits. Wildcats have it. Right down the middle, the hit off the wall and off the feet. But not able to get enough air under it. 22-20. Moran to serve yet again. Ready, and he hits. Just kept alive off the net, and that one goes to Palmyra. Wasn't sure if it hit the net or the wall set by the Cougar players. It deflected out. They say it caught net, and now Cougars back within 1. Moran sends it in. Wildcats working that far side. The hit, and again, too much on it. From Dean Holbrook, we're tied at 22 apiece here in set number 2. Moran ready. He hits right into the net. Free point for the Wildcats. And they're within 2 of taking set number 2. Merrick Aiello back to serve. He's ready. He hits. Plenty of air under it. Cougars with it. Near side off the top of the wall. McDonald keeps it alive. Wildcats set. Holbrook puts it down, but misses. We're tied at 23. Substitution as Logan Tran checks back in for Mechanicsburg. Cade Palmer back to serve for Palmyra. Palmer runs, hits. Kept alive by the Wildcats. Holbrook finally gets that point he's looking for, and Mechanicsburg are a point away from tying this at 1 set apiece. If Palmyra get the point, we need extras. If Mechanicsburg get it, we will head to set number 3 with a 4th one necessary as we have a timeout on the floor. I want to remind you folks that the Wildcat Foundation will announce soon its grant recipients for the 2025-2026 school year. Annually, the foundation provides grant funding in excess of $85,000 to Mechanicsburg Area School District programs in line with its mission to strengthen the educational, cultural, wellness, and athletic programs of the Mechanicsburg Area School District. Visit wildcatfoundation.org/grants to learn more about the grant funding process. 24-23 our score here in set number 2. Palmyra took set number 1 by a score of 25-21. Mechanicsburg a point away from evening it at a set apiece. If Palmyra get the point, we need extras. Back to serve is Mason Stump for the Wildcats. He'll send it in. Cougars with it. Quick reply, kept alive by the Wildcats. They'll set it up. The hit goes backwards, kept alive by Grimes. Palmer sends it over. Wildcats with the opportunity, setting up that far side. The hit high off the wall, into the stands. Mechanicsburg takes set number 2, 25-23, and we will need a 4th set here at Palmyra Area Senior High School. We'll go ahead and take a quick break. When we come back, set number 3 coming up here on Go Mechanicsburg, now on YouTube at Go Mechanicsburg.
Does your property need a little TLC? Call Lawnscapes Inc. of Mechanicsburg today at 717-697-1833 and see how Wes Moret and his team can transform or maintain your residential or commercial property. From hardscapes to yard services of all types, tree and shrub surface and more, this locally owned and operated business has you covered. Call today for your free estimate. Lawnscapes Inc. at 717-697-1833. That's 717-697-1833.
We are dedicated to serving our members, associates, and communities because they give us purpose. We know we are stronger when we come together as one. We believe financial literacy is a key tool for personal well-being, economic stability, and a more secure financial future for everyone. And we are committed to providing all with access to financial wellness resources. We strive to deliver unparalleled experiences for our members through every moment and milestone. We are built by will, forged by people, and powered by a proud member experience.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Welcome you back here to the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. Ben Shad here to bring you all the action. As always, our streams presented by 11 Oaks Farm in Newville. Tied at 1 set apiece. Both these teams looking to keep their seasons alive, as 5th place is on the line here in the consolation bracket of the District 3 Boys Volleyball Championships. Mechanicsburg and Palmyra, whoever wins will face the winner of Central Dauphin and Cedar Crest for a chance at 5th place and an opportunity to get the last plane out into the state tournament. Right now the focus is on the game here. These teams split the season series, if you will, 1 match apiece, but Palmyra with the 5-3 advantage in total sets, a 3-0 sweep on April 22nd. Lost to Mechanicsburg 3-2 back on March 27th. Right now, we're tied at 1. Wildcats still showing some fight. Again, neither team is able to build up a big lead. It has been neck and neck, but it's really about who can get that one critical run of about 3 to 5 points in a row and able to keep that lead through the trading of possession back and forth that's been able to come up as the victor. Is back to serve for Palmyra's Mateo Vasquez. He will start us off here in set number 3. Towards that far side, kept alive by the Wildcats. Now the near side, the hit finds the floor. Luke Stockbauer gets the kill to open up set number 3. And he will do the honors to serve as well. Mechanicsburg student section rise to their feet. Trying to dip that one below. Kept alive, and an equally vicious hit from Pavan Patel. Evens it at 1. Substitution as Wilfredo Lombardo checks back in for Mechanicsburg. Back to serve for Palmyra, it's Tanner Grimes. Grimes ready, he hits. McDonald with a miss hit. Stands there a little stunned. But again, able to laugh it off. Volleyball is a game of mistakes after all. 2-1 the score in favor of the Cougars. Grimes will set yet again. He's ready. He hits a line drive. Kept alive by the Wildcats. Working that far side. Finds the floor. Dean Holbrook watching it go all the way down. As he forced it between the wall and the net. We're tied at 2. Aiello ready. He serves for Mechanicsburg. Plenty of air under it. Cougars have it right at the wall. Kept alive by McDonald. High in the air. Now the far side. Feather touch. Kept alive by the Cougars. Work it near side. Palmer. He'll try the feather touch. McDonald there to make the save. Wildcats work it. This time they'll try the middle. Kept high in the air. Rattles around in the rafters. Kept alive by the Cougars. And they're going to say double hit. And it was. Mechanicsburg on top, 3-2. Aiello hits. Cougars have it towards the near side. Palmer's hit, a deflection. Wildcats tripping each other up. Knotted up at 3. Logan Tran checks in. Back to serve for Palmyra is Johnny Moran. Moran ready. He hits a vicious line drive. McDonald sends it up and over through the rafters onto the other side. Wildcats load up off the top of the net, kept alive by Palmyra. They go to the far side. That punch shot finds the line. Great job there by Palmyra. That was either Martin or Moran that came up and just got that punch shot to land. Advantage Cougars early on here in set 3, 4-3. Sent towards that far sideline. Wildcats keep it alive. They'll work it back that way. The cross shot, it just isn't working for Mechanicsburg as Kresge, the latest Wildcat to send that cross-court shot out of bounds. 5-3 our score. Moran serve, a liner. McDonald keeps it alive. Work it to the near side. Holbrook's hit. Kept alive by Mechanicsburg after the wall. He'll load up another one, and that one deflected. Kept alive by the Cougars. Palmer sends one over. Kept alive by Mechanicsburg. Another one. That time a push shot finds that line. Dean Holbrook tried power 2 times. Couldn't get it to work that time. Just opted for the precise touch. Gets one back for the Wildcats, still 5-4 Cougars. Back to serve is Mason Stump for Mechanicsburg. He sends it right down the middle. Cougars have it on the near side, loading up off the rafters, still kept alive, but into the crowd. Will be 6-4 Palmyra. Palmer ready. He hits a line drive, just gets up and over the net. Almost gave the Wildcats fits. They keep it alive, though. Cougars have it on that far side and off the wall and out. Andrew Martin running up to it, and right now it's the Cougars on a little bit of a run here, 7-4. They lead here in set number 3. Cade Palmer back to serve. Sends it in right down the middle. Wildcats with it. On that far side, they work at the hit. Into the wall, onto the floor. It's Andrew Martin and David Martin combining to set up a solid wall. Palmer sends it in. Wildcats have it down the middle. They push. Palmer keeps it high in the air, but this is not going to make it. Wildcats get the point. Scoreboard here reads 8-6 in favor of Mechanicsburg. May have missed a point there. I'm not sure. Wildcats certainly won't disagree with it. Push to that far side, met by the wall, but out of bounds. 9-6 Palmyra. Back to serve is Jay Patel. Patel ready, goes up and over. Mechanicsburg with it here on the near side. The hit deflects off the wall. Cougars have it. Trying to set up on that far side. The feather touch into no man's land. Andrew Martin. He's been the hot hand here in set number 3. 10-6. Cougars lead. Patel back to serve. Sends it over. Kept alive by the Wildcats. Trying to work that far side. Finds the floor. Luke Stockbauer. Mechanicsburg doing a good job of finding that gap between the wall and the net and having it just settle down. 10-7 the score. Kresge sends it up and over. Palmyra with it. Here on the near side, a misplay. Free point for Mechanicsburg. Pavan Patel just wasn't lined up. Kresge sends it over. Palmyra with it towards that far side. Vicious hit from Andrew Martin, no doubt about it. 11-8 in favor of the Cougars. Palmyra to serve. To do the honors, Aiden Detweiler. Detweiler sends it to the far side. Wildcats working it. Big hit, and it's there for Samuel Steele. Again, this set just like the others. One team jumps out to about a 3-point lead, and that's the average where they can keep it. We'll see if the Wildcats can conjure up a run. McDonald back to serve. He runs, he hits, line drive. Just pushed back up and over. Wildcats with time to settle it down. A little bit of a misplay. Cougars now with time to settle here on the near side. Big hit and a deflection off the chest. Another one. That one is Palmyra point. They're going to say a deflection. Mechanicsburg protest. And now the referees are going to have a discussion, so no points awarded just yet. It was awfully close to the line. The side judge on the Mechanicsburg side did not make a motion. The one on the Palmyra side said there was a deflection. And they award the point to Mechanicsburg. So it's now 11-10. And now a discussion at the table just to make sure everything's straight. Again, I mentioned there was that point that may have mysteriously been awarded to Mechanicsburg. So we'll see what the official scorekeeper has and wonder if that is what our issue is. Looks like everything's square at 11-10. Mechanicsburg with it. McDonald sends it up and over. Palmyra. Battle with it to the near side, into the wall, out of bounds, and Palmyra get that point right back. Logan the big hit. 12-10 in favor of Palmyra. Again, we reached the halfway point of set number 3. Everything has just been a carbon copy of before. And now another discussion with the official. Scoreboard still reached 12-10 for the moment, but a discussion being had with the sideline official and John McInerney, head coach of Palmyra. So perhaps maybe there was somebody who was out of order. So it remains 12-10. Well, maybe not so much. The referee adjusting the score here. So Palmyra lose a point. So it's now 11-10. McDonald to serve. Play resumes. Into the wall, and again, Palmyra just get it right back. Logan and after all that, we're tied. Or no, we're not. It's 12-10. And now more delegation at the scorer's table. This match was moving along nicely, and now we've pumped the brakes here in set number 3. Right at the halfway point, we're 12-10 again. We were 12-10 about 3 minutes ago. Now it's 12-11. Now Palmyra can serve. Mateo Vasquez. So after all of that, we're kind of just back where we started from before all this interference. Palmyra still up by 1. Mechanicsburg with it on that far side. Big hit. Nobody there. Dean Holbrook. And we're tied up at 12. Logan subs back in for Palmyra. Back to serve for Mechanicsburg. Luke Stockbauer. Stockbauer runs and hits right down the middle. Kept alive by the Cougars. They have to just hoof it up and over, and they do. Mechanicsburg time to get set. Big hit into the wall. Rejected by Palmyra. They regain the lead. It's 13-12 Cougars. Lombardo subs back in for Mechanicsburg. David Martin checks back in for Palmyra. Back to serve is Tanner Grimes. Right down the middle. The Wildcats have it. Near side, big hit and out. Aiello was searching for a deflection, couldn't get it. Not sure if the Palmyra wall retracted a little bit, sensing that it was coming their way. Either way, it's a 2-point lead for the Cougars. Wildcats have it, trying to set it up. Nothing doing there. They'll just dump it up and over. That one out. Wildcats get it back. 14-13 our score. Aiello back to serve. Aiello sends it towards the middle. It's met at the net. Pushed down to the floor. Wildcats tie it up. 14 all. Both teams again with these minuscule runs, quote unquote. Nobody really able to conjure up more than 4 points in a row. Cougars have it. Met at the net. Palmer keeps it alive. Working to the near side. Palmer again into the wall. Wildcats keep it alive. They'll just send it up and over. And Cougars too many hits or carry. And it's 15-14 Mechanicsburg. And a timeout taken by head coach John McInerney. We'll go ahead and step aside. Be right back for you here on Go Mechanicsburg, now on YouTube at Go Mechanicsburg.
Operation Wildcat is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to pool the resources in our community to help our school district students, families, and staff members in need. We'll take your new or gently used back-to-school items, bikes, books, clothing, dresses and suits, furniture, Halloween costumes, gifts for the holiday, Christmas tree decorations, pennies, socks, underwear, Thanksgiving food, toothbrushes and toothpaste, and yard sale items. Learn more at operationwildcat.org and go Wildcats.
Ben Shad here, back in the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. As always, our stream is presented by 11 Oaks Farm in Newville. Close one here, and set number 3 here in the 5th place bracket of the district tournament. 15-14, Mechanicsburg on top. Cougars keep it alive right down the middle. Deflected, kept alive, but nothing doing. Heck of an effort as a Wildcat spills into the stands. Looks like that's Wilfredo Lombardo. He's all right, back to his feet, tied at 15 apiece. Johnny Moran back to serve. Both teams 10 points away from taking set number 3. Wildcats set it up, big hit, kept alive by the Wildcats. Towards the far side now, feather touch, and the point goes to Palmyra. Not sure if that found the floor, was hit out. Awkward on that far side. Moran winds another one up right down the middle. Diving effort from the Wildcats. That one just pushed by Holbrook, kept alive by the Cougars. They work at far side, deflected, kept alive. Another wind and fire, deflected, finds the floor. Mechanicsburg tie it back up at 16 apiece. Misclicked on that one, folks. Apologies for you watching at home. Both teams now 9 points away. Mason Stump back to serve. He'll send a floater right down the middle. Cougars just push that one up. Nobody home for the Wildcats. Palmyra get it back 17-16. Back is Cade Palmer to serve. Palmer clips the net, kept alive by the Wildcats. They work it far side, vicious hit. High enough in the air for the Cougars to do something with it. On that far side, the hit deflected and out. Palmyra now up 18-16. Is this the timely run that both of these teams have been looking for, but right now belonging to Palmyra? It's Andrew Martin on that kill for the Cougars. Palmer ready, he hits. Kept alive by Mechanicsburg, just punched right back in. Cougars have it right down the middle, deflected, unable to keep it alive. And the Cougars on a run here, 19-16, here in set 3. Palmer. Ready, runs and hits. Backwards for Mechanicsburg into the bench. Nothing that can be done about that. 20-16. Cougars on top. And now Mechanicsburg going to take a timeout. Jake Heck wants to talk things over with his team. We'll go ahead and step aside. Be right back for you here on Go Mechanicsburg. Now on YouTube at Go Mechanicsburg.
Craig was in the Rockies and had to cut his ski trip short because he was having severe knee pain.
Lauren came in, she was really discouraged. She had tried 3 months of therapy, nothing was working. She really wanted to get back to volleyball.
We found that he had severe arthritis in both knees and his hip.
She needed shoulder arthroscopy with slap and posterior labral repair.
Simultaneous bilateral total knee replacements.
6 months of recovery and Lauren's back, happy as ever.
3 months after his final surgery, Craig sent us pictures of him skiing the Rocky Mountains. And that's what makes our job here at OSS Health so fulfilling.
Welcome you back here to Palmyra Area Senior High School. Ben Shad here in the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. As always, our streams presented by 11 Oaks Farm in Newville. Right now, the Cougars on a run, 20-16 here in set number 3 in the first round of the consolation bracket for 5th place in District 3. A place in the state tournament on the line as the Wildcats keep it alive here. Cougars working the near side, feather touch, kept alive by Mechanicsburg. They work it back, they have to send it over, and they do. Cougars with it. They work it right to the middle, off the wall, on the floor. Mechanicsburg stop the run. 20-17. They still got work to do. Ryan Foose back to serve for the Wildcats. Luke Stockbauer checks back in. The hit diving right after the net, kept alive by Palmyra. They push it. Nobody there in the corner. 21-17. Jay Patel checks in. He'll do the serving.
Here we go, Palmyra, 4 more.
Patel ready to hit. Sends it towards the far side. Kept alive by Mechanicsburg. Just punched through. Cougars with time to formulate here on the near side. Kept alive by Mechanicsburg. It bobbles up in the rafters. Still kept alive by the Wildcats. Still kept alive by Mechanicsburg. On to that far side. The hit into the wall. And there to answer is Andrew Martin. 22-17. The Cougars 3 points away from taking set number 3. Jay Patel to serve yet again. The hit right down the middle. Wildcats have it towards the far side. That one into the wall, kept alive. They'll rewind it, try it again. A little softer hit, high up in the air. Cougars have it. They work the near side into the wall, but and a disagreement between the referees. One was pointing Mechanicsburg, the other was pointing Palmyra, and ultimately they give the point to Palmyra. And now a discussion between Foose and the referee, just trying to figure out what happened there. 23-17. And now a discussion with the referee in the crow's nest. 23-17 our score. Wildcats got the explanation. They are happy with it, we think. As Jay Patel serves right down the middle, goes up and over the net. Cougars try to corral it, deflected, kept alive by the Wildcats. They work it far side. The hit deflected off the wall. Cougars working backwards, now trying to get it forwards. That one out. Mechanicsburg stay alive, 23-18. Wildcats need a run. It falls to Samuel Kresge to serve. He sends it down the line on the near side. Cougars have it. Big hit. Pavan Patel and Palmyra are 1 point away from taking set number 3 and going up 2-1. Aiden Detweiler back to serve for the Cougars. He's ready. He hits right down the middle. Pushed up, deflected, finds the floor. Samuel steal, but Mechanicsburg need to put together 5 straight points in order to keep set number 3 alive. McDonald, he'll be the one responsible. He'll get it. Feather touch, and the point belongs to Palmyra. They take set number 3, 25-19. Mechanicsburg's season comes down to this. They'll need to win this next set to keep it alive. We'll step aside, be right back for you here on Go Mechanicsburg, now on YouTube at Go Mechanicsburg.
At Bobby Ray Hall, it's about doing the right thing, starting with our vision that clients deserve great service at a fair price. We understand this can only happen with great team members. Doing what's right includes supporting local charities, youth sports, and first responders. It extends to the environment and why we reclaim rainwater for car washes and recycle used oil. We want to thank our loyal clients for recognizing us by voting Bobby Ray Hall simply the best of Harrisburg for 21 years in a row. Experience the Bobby Ray Hall difference and find out more at BobbyRayHall.com.
The Turnbridge Group at RBC Wealth Management are proud supporters of Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. When you're faced with tough business, personal, and financial decisions, turn to the Turnbridge Group. They specialize in retirement planning and complex financial situations as their team helps you define and attain your goals, all while building a strong and caring relationship with you. Advisors Tim Engel, Jonathan Stow, and Nick Hansen are available for your call today. The Turnbridge Group, part of the community and for the community. Visit them online at turnbridgegroup.com or call 717-724-4225.
I needed a change in my life. I wanted to be closer to my grandchildren. I was not hearing what the kids were saying. I fly hot air balloons and I couldn't hear leaks. It was time to take care of my hearing. As soon as I met Mary Ann at Renewed Hearing Solutions, she made me feel so comfortable. My life has improved so much since I got hearing aids. It was the best thing I've ever done. I would highly recommend Renewed Hearing Solutions.
Get back in the conversation. Call Renewed Hearing Solutions today.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Welcome you back here to Palmyra Area Senior High School. Ben Shad here in the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. As always, our streams presented by 11 Oaks Farm in Newville. Mechanicsburg's volleyball season could come down to this, as they are down 2-1 to the Palmyra Cougars. Winner of this one faces the winner of Central Dauphin and Cedar Crest for a chance at 5th place, the final ticket into the boys volleyball Class 3A state tournament. One final check from the officials. It will be Wildcat ball to open up the 4th set. In the 2 games these teams have played, one ended in 3 straight sets. The other needed all 5. Can Mechanicsburg fight back and get another one, or can Palmyra finish the job here as this one's kept alive, and a misplay on that far side. 2 Wildcats both within inches of the ball, but neither able to get that hit. 1-0 lead to the Cougars. Tanner Grimes to serve. He hits right down the middle. Wildcats with it. Far side hit. Kept alive by Palmyra. Right back at that crow's nest. They work it near side, and it goes out. Tied at 1. And again, another change on the floor. They're saying there was a deflection in there, so it's actually 2-0 Palmyra. Mechanicsburg with it. Big hit. That one counts from Dean Holbrook. No doubt about it, 2-1. Stockbauer back to serve. He hits. Down the middle. Cougars with it. They'll try, and again, right there on the floor, David Martin, no doubter. 3-1 advantage to Johnny Moran to serve for the Cougars. He has it. Simple serve. It's causing fits, though. Met at the net. Palmyra keep it alive. Mechanicsburg having some fits with it as well, and almost kept alive by Dean Holbrook, but he didn't have enough on it, considering that ball was behind him when he hit it. Best he could do under the circumstances, but it still results in a 4-1 lead for the Cougars. Moran with an early run here for Palmyra. Wildcats working far side and into the wall. David Martin and Andrew Martin combining yet again. 5-1 Palmyra. Hit right down the middle. Wildcats with it and just out of the reach of Dean Holbrook. And it's now 6-1. Served yet again, right down the middle. Wildcats with a big hit, and it's there for Dean Holbrook. 6-2, Mechanicsburg can stop the bleeding. Aiello back to serve. Had a little action on that one. It sank towards the end, but the Cougars still have it. Wildcats formulating the response. Just a pushover from Holbrook. Kept alive by the Cougars. Far side hit. Too powerful. It's 7-2 Palmyra. Palmer back to serve for the Cougars. They are really pushing it here in set number 4. Wildcats need something to get going as that one takes a deflection. And Mechanicsburg will take anything they can get at this point, 7-3. The hit from Holbrook high into the rafters gave the Cougars fits. Mason Stump back to serve. Stump hits right down the middle. Towards the near side, that one into the wall, kept alive by the Cougars. They work it far side, feather touch, great diving save, but nobody there on the second effort. Logan Tran dove for it, but nobody was there to recover it. 8-3 lead for Palmyra. Back to serve is Jay Patel. He hits. Sinker right down the middle. Kept alive by the Wildcats. Working that far side. Vicious hit a couple of deflections, but Samuel Kresge gets the kill. 8-4. Palmyra on top. Foose back to serve for the Wildcats. He runs. He hits right down the middle. Palmyra have it far side. Cross shot kept alive by McDonald. They work it to the far side. That feather touch hit kept alive by the Cougars. Now to the near side. That one kept alive by the wall. Wildcats were there. Big hit. Still kept alive by Mechanicsburg. They'll try it near side. That one pushed through right down the middle. Palmer was there for Palmyra. Here on the near side again. And that time, finding the line was Logan Oom. 9-4 lead for Palmyra. Again, the seesaw back and forth, but this time the Cougars sitting on a 5-point cushion. Back to serve is Aiden Detweiler. He's ready. He hits towards that far side. Wildcats have it. Near side hit. Kept alive by the Cougars. In the center of the court, now the near side, deflected. Touch for good measure, but nothing can be done about it. It's 10 for Palmyra here in set 4. Quick hit, kept alive by Mechanicsburg towards the far side. Vicious hit, but it's offline. And a timeout taken by Mechanicsburg. It's 11-4 Palmyra. We'll step aside. Be right back for you here on Go Mechanicsburg. Now on YouTube at Go Mechanicsburg.
Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Welcome you back here to the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. Ben Shad here with all the action. As always, our stream is presented by 11 Oaks Farm in Newville. 11-4 our score here in set number 4. Mechanicsburg down by 7 with their season on the line. Out of the timeout. Wildcats trying to formulate an attack. Big hit up in the air. Cougars with a chance to do something with it. A miss hit as it just loops up and over the net. Wildcats with a big hit, and that one will go out. Wildcats get one back off a great kill from Samuel Kresge. Still down by 6, 11-5. Kresge ready. He hits right down the middle. Palmyra have it, working the near side, and a miss hit from Logan Just got a little on top of it, sent it under the net as opposed to over. So that makes it 11-6. The hit right down the middle. Palmyra have it. They try that near side again, deflected, big hit, and Logan makes up for it. As there was a lot of quick one-timers, but then just rose out of nowhere, and he's going to sub for Mateo Vasquez, who will do the serving, 12-6. Palmyra halfway there. Mechanicsburg needs some help. Wildcats with it right down the middle, deflected. Vasquez keeps it alive on the back line, just pushed over. McDonald to save, right on the net. Wildcats have to send it over, and they do. They formulate here on the near side, right into the wall. Pavan Patel thought he had it, but a huge Mechanicsburg wall rose up. They're back within 5. Holbrook subs in, McDonald back to serve. Logan back to serve for Palmyra. McDonald hits straight out. 3-point for the Cougars, 13-7 they lead. Substitution as David Martin checks in. Back to serve is Tanner Grimes. Grimes ready, he hits. Wildcats on that far side, and it finds the floor. Somehow, some way, Luke Stockbauer got that one into the gap. Again, Wildcats within 5. Dean Holbrook looking for some support. Says it's not over yet. He's absolutely right. Big hit into the wall. Cougars keep it alive. They'll try it again with a softer touch. Wildcats with time. They'll set it up. Big hit from Holbrook. And after some deflections, it finds the pine. 13-9. And now the Wildcat faithful with a little bit more noise. Stockbauer back to serve yet again. He winds. He hits. Floater down the middle. Cougars with it into the wall, onto the floor. Almost kept that alive with his foot. But it's 13-10. Mechanicsburg now putting the pieces together. Stockbauer hits down the middle. Cougars are there. Near side hit off the wall. Kept alive by the Cougars. They push it over. Mechanicsburg with time to get set. Work it far side hit. Deflected. Hits the floor. Merrick Aiello. And Mechanicsburg back within 2. And a timeout taken by head coach John McInerney of Palmyra. Will step aside as Mechanicsburg have made it a contest again. We'll be right back for you here on Go Mechanicsburg, now on YouTube at Go Mechanicsburg.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact local agent Seth Gardner for your personal price plan today.
Welcome you back here to the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. Ben Shad here. As always, our stream is presented by 11 Oaks Farm in Newville. Mechanicsburg, we're down by as much as 11-4. And a free point given away there. Makes it 14-11, but that margin was a lot wider just moments ago. As Palmyra are up 2-1 here in the 5th place bracket of the district tournament. Hit from Mechanicsburg, kept alive by the Cougars. They work towards the far side. That one causes a couple of Wildcats to collide. Finds the floor anyway, 15-11, Palmyra on top. 10 points away from moving on to the 5th place title game, if you will, on Thursday. Awaiting the winner of Central Dauphin and Cedar Crest. Johnny Moran back to serve, and it just clips the net on the way. Made it up and over. Big hit from Holbrook, kept alive by Palmyra. They work it down the middle. Wildcats are there. They just push it over. Diving stop. But a huge hit from Holbrook in response. Great plays on both ends of the floor, but the points belong to Mechanicsburg. Merrick Aiello back to serve. He winds, he hits a floater. On that far side, Palmer's hit finds the floor. Cougars again staying at that 5 to 4 point cushion. Can they ride it out to a victory and a place in the 5th place game? Palmer sends it in. Wildcats have it. Push to the far side. Big hit, and that one finds the floor. They've been trying that cross shot all day. That time it found the line. 16-13. Holbrook back to serve for the Wildcats. He hits right down the middle. Cougars on that far side. The hit, and right off the wrist of Holbrook. Dove for it, but just too much velocity. As Jay Patel subs in, he will do the serving. Nathan McDonald checks back in for the Wildcats. 17-13, Palmyra 8 points away from taking set number 4. Sent in by Patel. Wildcats with it at the net. Kept alive, forced down. Palmer keeps things calm for the Cougars. This one goes out. Wildcats waited till the very last moment to retract the arms, and rightly so. 17-14. Stockbauer checks back in. Back to serve for the Wildcats is Ryan Foose. Foose hits down the middle. Palmer keeps it alive. Working the far side. Vicious hit finds the floor. Andrew Martin. Detweiler subs in, and he'll do the serving for the Cougars. Palmyra just 7 points away from moving on to the 5th place game. Sent down the middle. Wildcats with it near side. Feather touch. Diving stop, but nobody there on the second effort. Wildcats are just not going away, but again, they need a run to even this one up. Can't keep trading points like this. Kresge sends it down the middle towards the near side. Big hit kept alive by the Wildcats, and it hits the rafter. Unlucky there for Mechanicsburg. Trying to set that one up. It hit probably the lowest part of the ventilation to make it 19-15. Mateo Vasquez back to serve. He hits right down the middle. Wildcats have it. Big hit, but not enough downforce on it from Samuel Steele. And the Cougars are 5 points away. The hit right down the middle. Wildcats have it. The miss hit from Steele. Palmer's big hit off the wall and out. Palmyra within 4. Can Vasquez make an unstoppable run? Wildcats with it. Big hit from Steele. That time he gets it. Wildcats still down by 5. Not over yet, but still a long hill to climb the way this one's been going. McDonald, can he start the rally? Just getting that one up and over the net. Just kept alive. Palmer with a acrobatic save to keep the play alive. That one forced right back down. Ayala was waiting for it and hit it with authority. And Palmyra trying to contest something. Johnny Moran visibly upset. Think perhaps they're saying Mechanicsburg hit the net. Everything all square. The players exchange high fives. 21-17 our score. Wildcats need a rally. McDonald hits. Line drive down the middle. Cougars keep it alive. They're working near side. Palmer on the wall. He hits it again to keep it alive. Cougars will just send that one over, but a miss hit from Pavan Patel into the net. Mechanicsburg back within 3. McDonald ready. He hits another liner right down the middle. Then Patel, too much on it. Cougars claiming a deflection, and now they're going to award it. That's about the 5th or 6th time that a gesture was made, and then after thinking about it, it goes to the opposite side. 22-18. If you need time to think about it, then gesture. That's all I'm saying. Grimes hits towards that far sideline. Wildcats keep it alive. Big hit onto the floor. David Martin on the block. 23-18, the Cougars 2 points away from booking their ticket to the 5th place game and a chance in the state tournament. Grimes hits right down the middle. Wildcats keep it alive. Near side hits. Out, and Palmyra on the match point. Mechanicsburg need to rally 6 points in a row to keep their season alive. Grimes hits straight out. Now just 5 points needed, but the Wildcats need the rally, and they need it now to keep their season alive. It'll be up to Stockbauer to get things started. He hits right down the middle. Palmyra have it. Near side hit off the wall and out, and Palmyra have it, and they will advance to the 5th place game in the District 3 tournament against the winner of Central Dauphin and Cedar Crest. For Mechanicsburg, their season ends with a record of 13-5. Cedar Crest Palmyra improves to 14-3 on the season. As you see the handshake line, it was a good contest between these two teams, but Palmyra managed to find those runs, especially in the 3rd and 4th sets, to come away with the victory. That 5th place game is on Thursday, May 29th at 7 p.m. For Mechanicsburg, the season is over, and I do believe our spring sports schedule has come to an end. And on behalf of Mike Garland, we thank you all so much for tuning in throughout the 2024-2025 sports season. It's been a great year. We thank all of you for supporting us for our move on YouTube. Just one last big stream coming up. That is, of course, graduation. Myself and Mike Garland will put that on for all of our graduates of the class of 2025. There are so many people who have helped out, especially Seth Hanich and Bob Strickler for all their help, and many more supporting cast behind the scenes. Too many of you to name. We thank you all so much for your help. for Mike Garland and the rest of our fantastic Go Mechanicsburg live streaming crew for the entire year. Once again, the final score, Palmyra takes this one 3-1. We'll see you for graduation right here on Go Mechanicsburg, now on YouTube at Go Mechanicsburg. Good night, folks.
This has been a presentation of Mechanicsburg High School Wildcat Athletics, presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com. Wildcat Athletics is presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville, Bobby Rahal Automotive Group, Charity Kastner RSR Realtors, your neighborhood Chick-fil-A at Shepherdstown Crossing, Lawnscapes Inc., Members First Federal Credit Union, Operation Wildcat, OSS Health, now with 2 locations on the West Shore, Mechanicsburg Area Recreation Department, RBC Wealth Management and the Turnbridge Group, Renewed Hearing Solutions, Sheets, Snappers Bar and Grill, Seth Gardner State Farm, your Harrisburg True Green Lawn Care, Westshire Decks, servicing all of Central PA, the Wildcat Foundation, and Wolf Brewing Company. The Mechanicsburg Wildcats. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com and on YouTube at Go Mechanicsburg. We'll see you again next time.